What are the reasons they give for not accepting an ID of a past self?
It often comes down to the issue, which simply is put as this might not be yours. It might be a fraudulent ID or fraud.
Yeah.
It just basically boils down to that.
But I mean, it happens with all service providers. I mean, you're just going to a retail, maybe, I don't know, Edgar's or whatever, and you want to open an account. They definitely want to open it for you. For instance, some bank cards are written Mr. or Mrs. So if your ID is still saying your old self, then it means you'll be accused that this is not your card, and you keep insisting this is my card, you know.
And even in some cases, police can even be put into the issue, where police officers are called to say there's a person here, we do not understand why they're holding an ID that says female on it, and we're seeing this man who's got beard on them. What is happening? This person might be somebody who actually forged this particular ID, and they might just necessarily want to steal from us. So those kind of issues are
you may
a daily
not allowed
experience.
to vote,
exactly.
You know. Yeah. So it's a big issue.
And is this something that transgender people understand? Is it something that you can understand because that person who's looking at the ID isn't seeing the person that's standing in front of them? Or is it something that frustrates them?
It frustrates, because then even when you attempt to educate, it's either you are ridiculed, or they're calling each other, oh, Sipo, come and hear this, and you are ridiculed and you are laughed at, you know. It could be even at the airport. It just everywhere. Because in South Africa, whatever you do, you need to produce your ID. So where you'll be required to produce your identity document, there's a chance you will experience this kind of thing.
How hard is it to change your ID document?
It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be hard, because we have a very important law in South Africa that allows transgender people to change their gender markers. You will know that your ID number, the first 6 numbers are your date of birth, and the next 4 numbers reflect your gender. Right, it depends on the number that starts those 4 numbers. So in South Africa, there is a law that allows people that if you have altered your secondary sexual characteristics, then you can go to Home Affairs and you can apply. The problem now is here with Home Affairs officials. One, they don't understand the law. 2, they're very prejudiced. So you go there and you say, okay, here are my doctor's notes. I've undergone this process. I'm here to apply for my ID. It's either they're going to demand, so have you done a bottom surgery? And if you say no, they say no, we can't give it to you. Let's say they take your application in. It's either your application will be lost in the system. So number 2 of the problem is that Home Affairs only allows you to do 1 change at a time. So they can allow you to change your gender marker. You sit for another 9 months or so, waiting for it. But while you are waiting for it, they discontinue the other one. So at some point, you are a citizen with no identity at all.
Oh my God.
Right? So now it goes, say I'm changing from male to female, it goes for 9 months, and then comes back. Now it says, okay, now I'm female. Now you must change it again, because now that I'm female, but my ID still says Joseph.
Oh my God.
Right? Must go again, Home Affairs, wait another period again to change from
those names,
Joseph to Josephine, probably. You know, so it's a disservice, and it's in actual fact a violation of human rights of transgender people.
Has Gender Dynamics approached this with Home Affairs or government officials?
Yes, we've been working with the department. I think now, because the law itself was put in place 2003, up to date, Home Affairs hasn't put guidelines on how to implement this law. And so we've gone to Parliament, we've gone to Home Affairs itself, but with no success. I think their attitude or their argument is that this is not an issue of national importance, and therefore we will get to it when we finished our whole list of things. So this shows that this shows the struggle that is faced by the minority groups in the country. So we might have a constitution that is respected the world over, but the lived experiences
of
people is still there's still a wide gap.